Hey guys, so today is a very it's a video that I'm nervous about filming for the purpose of people have a lot of opinions. People stick their nose where it doesn't belong a lot. But it's the story of my teen pregnancy and how I got pregnant on purpose. So basically, when I graduated high school, I had all this money saved up like in an account. And the first thing I did was I paid off my car. And then I went to college for a bit and spent money on that. But I bought some rental property. And it was like 2 mobile homes, like trailers. And one of them had a tenant in it, like people that I bought it from. And like their one rule, like the rule in their contract was that I couldn't kick her out or raise her rent, which was fine. She was just a very sweet older lady who lived there and, whatever. So my house was right beside her. And what we did was me and Brett, instead of renting that out, we gutted it, completely remodeled it exactly how we wanted, which is somewhere kind of to what our house looks like now. And then we moved in. So we moved in, my car was already paid off, so that was good. We didn't have to pay rent because I already owned both of these homes. And we got that supplemental income from our tenant. So then I had, by this time, like right after we moved in, I got a full-time job. I went from working part-time at Harbor Freight to a full-time job as an EMT here in Danville with a company that doesn't even exist anymore. So then I did that, and me and Brett kind of went through a lot of relationship issues that we didn't work as hard to fix as we should. Mostly me. I was going through a lot of mental issues and things like that I really needed to work on, that instead of working on, I kind of pushed to the back burner, which is one of the worst things that you can do for your health, because it takes a toll on your body and your relationships as well. So it was one of the worst decisions that I made, but I'm stronger from that. So then we get back together, we're working on us, everything's good. We're still living in the trailer together at this point, and so we're living in the trailer together at this point, and we had a lot of friends over, a lot, and we would go out and drink or whatever. And then we started talking about how we wanted a family and when we wanted to have kids, and we both decided that we wanted kids young. I had went through a phase when I was younger that I didn't want kids at all, which I think had a lot to do with me losing my mom at a young age, and the fact that I know how it feels to lose a parent being so young, and that's not something I wanted to do to my kids. So I was well, I just won't have kids. But that's not a logical way to think. Anything can happen at any point in time. So after talking, we decided we wanted a kid, and just so happened we wanted to have a kid right then. We were stable, as I said. I owned my car, we owned our house, we did it. All the bills we had was his truck, lights, and groceries. And phones, and our phones. So we decided to start trying for a baby. The first month we didn't get pregnant, and then the second month we did. How I found out I was pregnant will be a whole separate video, because it was very emotional for us, at least. So we found out we were pregnant, and a lot of people asked along the way, was this accidental? And we most of the time would just say, well, yeah, or well, we weren't with our friends, it was just well, we weren't doing anything to prevent it, would be our thing. But no, we legit were trying. And I'm not ashamed to say that now. At the time, I knew we did try. I knew that we wanted to. I knew we were happy about this. But for some reason, saying the words as a teenager, yeah, we tried to get pregnant. It's not embarrassing. It's almost people are shaming you, which makes you feel ashamed of the situation, even though you're really not. It's the whole society outlook on things, which is just annoying. I just ranted about that in the a video I just filmed before this one, which will be up after this one. But like now I'm like, yeah, like we were trying for our first daughter, and I'm not ashamed of that, and neither should you be if you are. You know when you're stable, you know when you have the financial means to take care of a child, and at that time we did. And you also know like what's best for you, what's best for your family. You know what works best for y'all, like what's, how you want your life to be, what you want your whole plan to be. Like, you can't just look at the right now plan. You have to look at your 10-year plan. Like, yeah, I got pregnant at 18. That's fine. You say what you want about it. Like, yeah, I was fresh out of high school. I didn't know what I was doing to myself, is what some people said, but I beg to differ. Because now I'm 21 years old. I have 2 daughters. I have bought my own home. I bought me a new car. I have a better job. Brett has a better job. Like, all our lives have done since we had a kid as a teenager have go up. Because our kids are growing with us. We're growing as a family. Do we want more kids? Probably not. But that's okay. 2 is fine with us. We're happy with 2 kids. So, I also got a lot of backlash about how fast I got pregnant again and how young I still was having 2 kids. Which, if you all would like to see that, I do have she's 25 months old and my youngest is 11 months old. So they're 14 months apart. I had 2 C-sections, 14 months apart. So theoretically, I had 2 kids and 2 C-sections within a year of each other, just about. It's thundering outside. And I definitely, that's the story that I want to tell, because C-section mamas, I don't think get enough praise as they should. And at first, like before I had a C-section, I thought I would have my kid naturally. Why would I ever want to have a C-section? But the first time I had one wasn't an option. And the second time, it like 75% really wasn't an option. When your doctor's telling you that she doesn't think it's safe for you or your kid, you're going to do what she thinks is safe for you and your kid. So, I got a lot of backlash on that as well. I once again didn't really care, and now I'm just like, yeah, I know we didn't wait a long time, blah blah blah. That's the comment that I get a lot is, you didn't waste any time, did you? Why would I waste time when we don't know how much time we have left? I could go out tomorrow and get struck by lightning. Nobody really knows. But I know that I've spent, the most of my life that I could supporting my kids and loving my kids. And if you're doing what's best for you and your kid, it really doesn't matter. I chose to be a teen mom because I wanted to be a young mom. I wanted to be able to do the most I possibly could with my kids. I remember being in middle school and my friends' parents were like 50 and 60 years old. I literally remember them telling me that their parents were like 60 years old. And when I was in middle school, my parents were like, they weren't even 30. Or they were like right at 30. Maybe like 29 to like 31. Something like that. So I didn't think that being a young parent was ever bad. Like, my grandma had my mom at 15. My mom had me at 17. And I had my daughter at 19. So to me, being a young mom was just like the way I grew up, the way I seen things. My grandmother is not even 60 years old yet. And I absolutely love that. So being a young mom to me was a lot of positives and a lot more positives and a lot less negative than what people made it out to be. So I did what I thought was best. I did what I wanted to do. I had my kids young. I don't regret it. If you made this decision, then you shouldn't regret it. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, you're going to have months where you're like, do we even have enough to cover the bills sometimes, because things slip away from you. You were still young. They still don't really teach kids how to budget that well in high school. They don't really teach what they should teach, which I'm a which I don't understand. Like, please teach me how to do my taxes. Please teach me how to budget. Please teach me how to properly wash clothes, because I have to teach. You need to teach kids how to really do things that they need to do in life, in their job. You need to teach kids how to do things that are really important to live life and to sustain life after they get out of high school. Because a lot of kids go through high school, their parents don't even teach them like how to wash clothes or wash dishes. And they get out of high school and they're like, okay, bye. What? So, you know, I know things slip away from you. I know that there are those months where you're like, do I even have enough money to cover bills? But if you have that strong support system, like I know that we do, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask for help, or to, you know, talk to somebody about it and to get the help that you need. Because it really does take a village to raise kids. And luckily, we have that village. I have friends that love babysitting my kids for me and helping me like around the house with the kids, or coming over and just playing with me and the kids. I have a cousin who's my sister basically, who asked to come over and watch my kids. And while I'm working all day, working 12 hours, she literally sat here and cleaned my entire house just because my kids were napping and she wanted to help us. So it does take a village. And if you have that support, ask for that help when you need it. Because if there's anything that I'm becoming a stronger and stronger believer in, is your mental health is number one always. So just know that your mental health honestly should be number one on your list, because you can't hold up and support your kids without your mental health being exactly where it needs to be, and without your mental health being in a good place. Right now mine's not in the best place, and I'm working on that. I'm making appointments. I'm doing what I need to do to take care of mama so that mama can take care of these babies. Not that I'm completely broken down right now, but I'm just not in the best mind space, and I want to be in the best mind space. We have a bachelorette party coming up, a wedding coming up, the girls' very first beach trip, Riley's first birthday, my 22nd birthday. It's a lot coming up in just this 1 month of August. I have 7 to 8 photo shoots to do within 2 weeks. I'm just very, very busy right now, and I'm trying to keep going and keep going up. But I need that help. And it's okay to ask for help. It's fine. You know, you're a teen mom and people look down on you because you get food stamps or you get WIC. Something that I've also never understood. But you best believe that I applied for everything, and the only thing that I got was Medicaid, and I proudly used that Medicaid. I proudly handed over my Medicaid card. If I had food stamps or WIC, I would have proudly handed that over too. Like, there's no shame in getting the help you need when you need it, as long as you're going with that and helping yourself. So do what's best for you. Do what you think is right. What anybody else says or thinks, or the way they look at you, doesn't matter. Your family's opinions don't matter. Take my advice. When we had family members that talked down on us about our pregnancy, we cut them off. We don't speak to them anymore. And now our lives have been so much better. So just know you're not alone. There's people that are going through the same exact thing or very similar as you. And if you need someone to talk to or some advice, I'm right here. My social media is always in the description box. I'm always here. You know, if you just have a question or whatever you want to know, I'm here. I have 2 little ones, and I will help you in whatever way possible that I can. Because when I'm helping someone else, it's helping me too. So keep a lookout for the negative side of teen pregnancy, or I'm not sure what I'm going to call that video yet, but it'll be coming up right after this one, because that one is just hilarious to me. Alright guys, well thank you so much. I will see you next video. I will literally look exactly the same as this, so not a change of scenery. But guys, have a great day.